Whispers from the Dry Era, a Prohibition documentary. The era of Prohibition marks a unique chapter in American history, beginning in 1920. It was a time when the nation decided to outlaw the production and sale of alcohol, aiming to curb crime and corruption, improve health, and strengthen families and society. Yet, this period, rather than simplifying life, complicated it, setting the stage for a cultural and social upheaval that would leave lasting marks on the country. The origins of Prohibition can be traced back to early temperance movements. Long before the 18th Amendment was a reality, various groups advocated for a dry America. They believed alcohol was the root of many societal ills, from domestic violence to workplace accidents, and pushed for its complete eradication. Central to the campaign against alcohol was the temperance movement. It gained momentum in the 19th century, shaping public opinion through persuasive arguments and moral suasion. This movement, comprised of various organizations, was pivotal in turning the tide of public opinion against alcohol, illustrating the power of grassroots activism in effecting legislative change. The culmination of these efforts was the 18th Amendment, passed in 1919. This legislation made the manufacture, sale, and transportation of intoxicating liquors illegal in the United States. It was a radical experiment in social engineering, aiming to create a more sober, moral, and productive society. However, the reality of Prohibition was far from the envisioned utopia. Life under Prohibition was marked by paradoxes. The ban on alcohol led to the rise of speakeasies and bootlegging, making the forbidden drink more accessible than ever. Far from eradicating alcohol from American life, Prohibition created a thriving underground economy and a culture of evasion and excess. It was a time when the nation's law-abiding image was challenged by its own citizens' willingness to break the law for a sip of alcohol. The economic impact of Prohibition was profound, leading to a significant loss in federal tax revenue from alcohol sales. This period saw a shift towards illicit markets, redirecting funds into the hands of bootleggers and speakeasies. As legal establishments shuttered, the government missed out on crucial income during a time that would soon lead into the Great Depression. With the rise of speakeasies and bootlegging, a clandestine nightlife flourished. Hidden bars and illicit liquor stores became the heart of social life, giving rise to a culture built around secrecy and indulgence. This underground economy not only defied prohibition laws, but also shaped the era's unique social fabric. The cultural shift of the Roaring Twenties, marked by jazz, flappers, and a general air of defiance, was in many ways fueled by Prohibition. The ban on alcohol didn't dampen spirits, but instead contributed to an era of excess and innovation in music, dance, and fashion. Law enforcement faced an uphill battle against illegal alcohol. Despite the efforts of the Prohibition Bureau, the sheer scale of bootlegging and public demand for alcohol made enforcement nearly impossible. This period highlighted the difficulties of policing morality and the limits of legislative control over personal choice. Notable figures like Al Capone rose to infamy during Prohibition, amassing fortunes through the illegal liquor trade. These individuals not only demonstrated the lucrative nature of bootlegging, but also the increasing power and influence of organized crime, setting a precedent for future generations. Prohibition unwittingly became a catalyst for organized crime, which flourished under the era's strict regulations. Gangs seized the lucrative opportunity to supply illegal alcohol, transforming the underworld's landscape. The likes of Al Capone emerged, turning bootlegging into an empire and challenging law enforcement with newfound power and influence. Women played pivotal roles on both sides of the Prohibition debate, shaping the course of history. As staunch advocates for temperance, they highlighted alcohol's destructive impact on families and society. Conversely, many fiercely opposed Prohibition, arguing for personal freedom and the negative consequences of the law, thus contributing to the complex social dynamics of the time. The clash between urban and rural America over Prohibition reflected deeper cultural divides. Cities with their diverse populations and liberal attitudes largely opposed the ban, viewing it as an infringement on personal liberties. In contrast, rural America, where the temperance movement had stronger roots, supported Prohibition as a moral crusade, highlighting the nation's ideological split. Media played a significant role in shaping public perception of prohibition. Newspapers and magazines, filled with tales of speakeasies and high-profile gangsters, began to sway public opinion. The sensational coverage not only glamorized the illegal liquor trade, but also spotlighted the law's failures, fueling growing skepticism and opposition. As disillusionment with prohibition grew, movements advocating for its repeal gained momentum. Economic arguments, highlighting the potential for tax revenue from legal alcohol sales, combined with the law's clear ineffectiveness and the desire to reduce organized crime's power, paved the way for the 21st Amendment. This shift reflected a profound change in public sentiment, ultimately leading to Prohibition's end. The 21st Amendment marked the end of Prohibition, overturning the 18th Amendment and restoring the legal sale of alcohol to the American public. This pivotal change reflected the nation's shifting attitudes towards alcohol consumption. In the aftermath of Prohibition, America saw significant changes in laws and societal attitudes towards drinking. The repeal led to the regulation of alcohol, aiming to balance personal freedom with public safety and order. Prohibition's legacy in modern America is complex, influencing current alcohol policies and societal views. While some advocate for stricter regulations, others celebrate the cultural richness of alcohol as part of American life. Reflecting on Prohibition, it's evident that lessons learned from this era are crucial in shaping current policies. It serves as a reminder of the challenges in regulating personal behavior through legislation. Encouraging exploration into the Prohibition era offers insights into its relevance today. Understanding this period helps in appreciating the balance between individual freedom and societal well-being in policymaking.